fucking man, shut up. Damn. Alright. That's it. Come on. That doesn't help. How the fuck did I do this before? Jesus Christ. Motherfucker. For fuck's sake. Okay, so I want to. Boom. Ah, it's just crooked. Oh well. After cutting this thing up so many times, this is crap. Fucking lose it. It's fucking stupid. Damn it. ugly, dirty shit. Yep. The gas on? Ah, that's why. Damn it. Go snuff. Alright.
All right, so let's see, it's probably hot. Still only 4 degrees of camber. I had 7 before. I mean caster, my bad. So, all right, this was the stock. This is just a mock-up. I was cutting these for real to use, and this will have a piece of pipe, heavy piece of pipe in here for strength. And so this is just a mock-up just to see how the suspension travels. You like that? Nice touch. I might add it to the real one. So I've changed this. I've changed the angle and dimensions of this 3 times to see if I could get better geometry throughout the travel. And it seems like my stock setup is the best so far of what I came up with. And the reason is, so I've got it adjusted at 90. I'm gonna have to lengthen this bar because that's too much thread sticking out. So I'll add a new bar to this, bring it out about 3/4 of an inch. So sitting at 90 at full bump, I've got my little thing here. So if you can see it, I've got the hub face. So I drop like a plumb down, line it up with the hub face. And then as I cycle through the suspension, I check the lateral scrub, but also if you line these up with, I got the stool in the way, I'd have to get this out, I'll just tell you. So by lining these up and where it meets the contact patch of the bottom of the tire, and I had done this for 35-inch tires, it fell, I guess that would be a negative scrub on the inside. So here's the center of the tire, 12.5-inch wide tire. This line here fell right about a 1/2 inch. So I believe that would be good. And then even cycling the travel well, last time I had this together, this is what it did. I'm not sure if it's going to do it now. So at full bump, or as it goes into bump, yeah, so I get more negative camber, which is a good thing because the suspension physically moves out a little bit, but going into negative camber, would that be, no, that's positive camber. And it keeps my wheel scrub within an inch. And I know I've seen pictures of like nice trophy trucks when they're at like full bump, the wheels are in, and I don't know, I'm either doing something wrong. I know these on most suspensions, the arm would be a lot shorter, so it'd be shorter here, maybe that's it. But I actually think this will work. I don't know, you let me know, because I'm reading and learning what I can. So if I was to lay this up here, and let's assume let me move this out a little bit. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll just hold it. Hub face. So a little more in. Plus, where's my other? Over there it fell. Also, my ride angle I had at 20 degrees. So if my CVs are able to max out at 28, it'll give me more area to drop. So let's say that's ride height 20 degrees right there. Lining up the hub. Gotta move it out a little bit. It's heavy. So there's the hub face. So by raising the suspension up, let's see, 17.5. So that'd be about, that's about the bottom of the tire there, a 35 inch. So you can see it's about at the hub face line, and as it moves up, it's angling in the contact patch. So instead of moving out this way as the suspension does, with it going in the positive camber, it's keeping my contact patch in about the same area. So even drooping, full droop, it's going into positive camber there, and it's got the contact patch here. Ride height, it goes here, and full bump, it goes out this way. So it's really staying within an inch, and I think that's good. You tell me. I'm new at this. The only thing I don't like about this setup is that full droop. You'll see this top arm kind of goes into a pinch. I don't know if that would be harsh on the suspension every time, because it's having like a lateral force pushing in and out. So my droop, I could limit to right about there, so it doesn't go into that full pinch like that. And that's really the only bad thing I saw with that. My steering seems to be staying fairly straight. I even had the rack and pinion in here, and I would measure from the heim of the rack and pinion to here, or you know, wherever. Let's say the steering's here, but obviously it's fixed, so I was just measuring the here. And throughout the travel, it was staying at near zero bump steer. And that's if I get that rack and pinion to work out, because really it's made to be in the front, not the back. But I wanted it in the back for a couple of reasons. It's so wide, it's ugly. But another, I didn't want to try and get the steering shaft to come throughout all the moving parts. So if I had it here, it would shoot right up into the car, right into the column. So I'm still going to try and do that. But like I said earlier, I've got issues with the sensors and it moving backwards. So that's another story. So that's my suspension. And
the reason I went with the way it's mounted is I originally intended on having this come back here, like you see some, because I wanted the most stability, so I figured that'd be the way to go. But with the turning, when the tire turned in, it would be hitting that. You know, I wouldn't be able to get a sharp enough turn, so I'm like, all right, I gotta move the suspension in, because some cars, they cut in sharper, and that would have been okay, but I built this pretty wide, and it wouldn't work out that way. And the reason I didn't go up into here is I just didn't feel, I guess it could have worked. There was some, oh yeah, because I planned on putting the rack and pinion there, so I couldn't have the arm mounts there, so that's why I went with this, and so far it's working out.
with my steering, a little bit of an issue with the steering. So I got the uniball on the bottom. Make sure you're looking at that. Uniball on the bottom. Heim joint, I'm gonna go with a little bit beefier heim on the top, but it'll be the same width. In my steering, I'm only getting about 17 degrees out of my steering, which I know that's not much. Still pretty warm. I guess cars are getting, what, 22, 25 degrees. So this may be an issue. My steering, yeah, that's not much at all. I'll be turning a country mile with this thing. So that way it turns a little sharper. And that's the, what would that be? Yeah, the inside. So with the Ackerman, that'd be working out for that. But the outside, why is that not? Oh, okay, it's this nut. That's why. See, I thought I was getting a little more, but yeah, that's still about 17 degrees. And I might trim that down. So it's not the best. I might just have to live with it. It's a longer wheelbase. I'm probably going to be at 130, maybe 132. I want to extend the rear arm as far as I can. I'll probably be around 130, 131 inches on the wheelbase. So that makes it even worse too for the turning. So that's what I got so far.
Corner. Here's the other one. Missing one. Do I still have this marked up? Okay, so basically it just went up against there with that mark down. But I'm going to stretch it out. Give me more room. Okay. What a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. That one's stained, you dipshit. What the What the flying Need a space. Where'd this one go?
Looks like we got some pretty good caster now. Damn, 10 degrees. Nice. Magical. I had 7 before. I'll take 10, except it might affect the steering. Where are you sitting at this? Boom, 90. All right. We'll leave that if we want. Positive camber, 4 degrees, 3 degrees. Even feels a little better. Here. Caster is 11 degrees. Sits right there, so you don't want to go any lower. About 11 and a half, 12 degree caster there. I don't know if the caster is supposed to change. Okay, we're about 11 anyway. So yeah, it's sitting around 11 the whole time. Ride height right there. So I can pull this in just a little bit. Got a little bit of room to go. Cool. So the shock's going to be mounted on the outside. It's going to be close, but the stem I gotta mount them pretty tall for the stem to make it down in here. I might have airbags probably mounted back here. The Tesla has an airbag suspension, 3 ride heights, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. Instead of trying to cram a coil shock in here, airbag, I can tuck back a little bit and it'll still hold the car up. Gonna look badass, I hope. I wouldn't mind putting 37s on it. I don't know if I have room though.